welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Boynon. If you are just joining me for the first time, you are most welcome. Please subscribe and hit that bell of notification. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload new video. Thank you for subscribing, for those that have subscribed to my channel, and thank you for viewing my channel. Please, whenever you are watching my video, go all to the end. Watch it to the end, okay? Sometimes at the end there is an interesting part at the end, so don't just go fast pass through it quickly, or just go to the beginning and then you close it up. Please watch it for some time, digest it, and then you might learn something from whatever that I'm talking about. You know, my channel is all about being informed, inspired, and motivated simply by Bueno. My name is Bueno, and this is my channel. You are most welcome. Today, guys, we are going to talk about going to university. And I'm going to tell you a story about my university days. Okay, so stay tuned and stay with me. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Okay, and then you see that bell, hit that bell of notification so that anytime I put out video, you can be one of the first to get that video. So let's get straight into our topic. Going to a university is by choice. It's a choice that you make. Yes, I know sometimes our parents force us to go to the university, but all left for us to make that choice, that decision. And it is a massive decision to make because it's not everybody that have that will, that that power, or that want to go through all what it entails in a university. Everybody does not have that stress or does not even want to go through all of that to take that time to go to the university. So it is really a massive decision to make. But let me ask a question. Is it worth it? Going to a university, is it worth it to go through all that stress of learning after you have had 12 years in high school, and then now you have to go and spend 4 or more years in a university? Especially in my country, I come from Liberia. University, you don't even spend 4 years, you spend more than 4 years there. Yeah, back in the days, university, it used to be very difficult for people to even graduate from the university in Liberia. Sometimes some people will tell you, I've been here for 9 years, 10 years, because of the rigmarole, because of the things that goes on in the country. People kept going back and forth, trying to complete that university. But why is that for? Is it worth it going to university? So, yeah, I'm going to tell you what I think about it and my little own story. Guys, I will tell you, is it only by you going to university can make you successful? I don't think so, because there are so many other alternative, other routes to being successful. Number one, once you can read and write, you are good. Eh? Yeah. People fight to learn to read and write, and once you can read and write, you're good. Going to university doesn't guarantee your success, doesn't mean that you are going to be a successful person in life. No, that's not what going to university is. But there are other good and lots of experience that we have when we go to university. So there are some of the good things and there are some of the bad things in going to university. But I'm not going to dwell into the good, the bad, the advantage or the disadvantage. But I'm going to talk briefly about some of the important parts, things in going to university, and also my experience in university. Yes, nowadays you don't have to like go to university before you can be successful. Nowadays, some people they only graduate from high school and bam, they are even far gone and far better than those that enter in the university. Some may have all the degrees, everything hanging up on them, yet and still they are not successful. They are still struggling to figure out life for themselves. While others who haven't entered the walls of university, they already know who they are and what they want to do and where they are going. They have already figured their life out and they are making it well in society. So tell me, is it going to university worth it? But I tell you today, guys, for those that goes to university and for those that love or want to go to university, going to university too, when it comes to earning, it make you to earn more money. Because when you go to a university, you get a degree. And with that degree, you are able to get a better job that make you to earn more money. Even when you are working, and then you go into a university after graduation, you turn to earn a higher position that give you a more good income. I, I remember there was a time back home my neighbor graduated from the university and they were like laughing. So when he came home from the program, we all were laughing and all her wife and we're like, so what next? All the thing every day paying transportation, going here and there. What next? And I just to move from dry rice to jollof rice. So tell me, just to eat a better dish. If you are eating dry rice when you when you're not educated, when you are educated, when you pass through the walls of the university, then your dish it increase. It is upgraded to my dad. I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah. But going to a university and getting a degree, it makes you to earn more income, more salary, and it gives you a good paying job. And it also makes you to be promoted in a workplace when you graduate from the university. University also improve your job prospects because if you go to a university, you learn you have a degree in a particular area and that area it broadens your mind, broadens your ideas, and then it helps you to be fit for that job market at that particular position or that particular area that you have started in. It makes you to be a good prospect. It makes you to be a prospective candidate for whatsoever field that you have studied in. Going to a university also makes you to have professional connection. I tell you, if you go to a university, sometimes you meet good educated people. When you, especially when you're in the corporate, the executive world, you meet lots of professional people. People that you will not meet when you are not educated. People that you will meet when you have not entered into the walls of university. So you will meet the kind of people, you will interact with them, and some of them might even become your friends. It gives you good connection, connections that benefits you, connection that helps you in your area of studies or in the field that you are working or even in the future. You have these good benefits and this good connection with those you meet when you earn a degree. In a university, also, you develop transferable skills. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you go to study this thing, and then there are other subjects or other area of studies that you know impress you or that you attracted to, and then you say, oh wow, I think I can learn this area, or I can transfer to this other field. I think this field will be best for me. I think I will be good in this other area. It brings you lots of opportunity. It broadens your mind to lots of opportunity. Because let's say if you go into the university to study business, and then you get there, you see sociology, you see other fields of studies, you see accounting, and then you see the way that is being taught and the benefits of it and what it can do to the society, what it can do when you are out there in the business world, what it can do for you when you are out there, yeah, in society. That benefit is gonna bring for you, and what you will do to help in that area of studies. Am I making myself clear? Yeah. But I tell you, it broadens your minds. It makes you to have more ideas. It gives you different fields and different area that you can venture into, that you can say, yes, oh, this, I never knew they had this area or this field of study. But when you get to the university, you will see lots of area that you can study from, that you can learn from. Because in the university, they also have, let's say, for example, if you study business, they will tell you in that business that you're studying that field, the kind of job that you're going to get, and what a business person can do. Well, you're going to study all of that, and so then you will know where you will fit yourself in society for that area that you're studying. Sometimes that area is best for you. It interests you. It's your hobbies. It's part of your hobbies, and then you will say, oh, but then I can pick up this instead of me doing this. Let me transfer to this. That's why you see sometimes in the university people transfer from this college to this other college, from this course to this other course, because sometimes what they plan to go to do in a university to study, it might not be of their interest, and then they might find something else there that really interests them, that can bring that that expression out of them, that they are able to say, yes, this is what I want to do, or who I want to be tomorrow, or when I get out there. So it gives you a lot of transferable skills. In the university, also, you make new friends. Yes, you make lots and lots of new friends in the university. Because university is a big place. Sometimes you see your old friends from high school, but sometimes you make new friends because those that you study with, they are new. Sometimes people have to join together in group to do some projects and things, and then it helps you to make new friends, that new friends can go a long way with you and also become a family friend to you. Some people can also find a relationship in the university. Some people relationship or marriage can start from the university. So university, it does lot and lot of things. We don't only go there to study, but we go there, it 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 ma- it does a lot of things. In going to a university, also you become independent. Yeah, you can go to university and then you still a parasite. No, except you don't know what you studied. Except you just go there and just pass through there. You didn't learn what you went there for. But when you go to a university, you learn from there. When you get out there in a society, you will begin to earn so that you can be independent, to help yourself and also to help others along with your family members. So when you go to the walls of the university, you become an independent person. Okay? It is good to go to a university. I could go on and on and on, telling you lots of the good things that you get from going to a university. But that I won't dwell into today, because I want to tell you my story of my experience in the university. Okay, so uh, me as a whole, from the beginning, from high school, I said to myself, I wasn't going to go to a university when I failed in a YA. I'm not going to make this story long. I'm going to make it short, okay? Short and sweet, yeah. But I passed the YA and I had alternative, okay? Because for me, I didn't thought or felt that it was only about going to the university that I can be who I want to be or do what I want to do or live the life I wanted to live. No. So it was not in my mind that way. I didn't plan on going to the university with that mindset, okay? Because I knew from the outskirts, I love to do business. So I was like, okay, if I fail in a YA, I don't have to go to the university. I can do my business and become a businesswoman. I can live on that. That was my plan. But I passed the YA, so I had to go to the university. So I went to the university. First, when I went to the university, I went to the AMEU, the African Methodist Episcopal University. There where I started my university studies, okay? When I went there, I went into this business, is that a business area? Where I would say? I went to study accounting. Yes, I was studying accounting in that university. I stayed in our university freshman, sophomore year. I stayed there freshman, sophomore year. When I got done with my sophomore year, I didn't go the next semester for my junior year. Yeah. At that time, I never had money to pay my school fees. But during that time, I was in that university. I was doing accounting. From the beginning, the accounting, it seemed to be easy. Okay, what they do, debit and credit, stuff like that. It was easy, but going further, it was difficult. And that was really not my area, okay? That was really not what I wanted to do, okay? So I was there, I went through. So when that sophomore year got through, and then I didn't go back again because I never had money to pay my school fee. That was a very expensive university. So when I heard that LU was accepting credits from other university, I decided to transfer to the University of Liberia. Okay, so I transferred to the University of Liberia. Instead of going to be a junior, I went back to sophomore because they took some of my courses and then they dropped some. And I had to start from sophomore, and then I had some elective courses also to do. And in getting to the University of Liberia, which the school fee was not much, okay, I could pay it like in a bit compared to AME University. So I was in the University of Liberia, and then I had to change my college. So from what I was studying in AME University, I decided to study sociology and management. Yeah. So I took sociology as major and management as minor because for me, I love the reading courses. Okay. I love reading. I love writing. Those are my area. So for me to do accounting, it was kind of difficult for me. But for the business aspect, the management, I studied business, the management aspect, that's which I was good in, and then with the sociology area, yes, those were my area that I love. I love what I was doing there. But in the University of Liberia, there come a time I never knew what was going on there because I was like a new student or transfer student. I go to school, take my test, and during that time when I was in a university, was I working in a library at that time? Yeah, yeah, I would say, yeah. When I was in the University of Liberia, that there was like any topic the teacher bring in class, I will go to the library, I will get a book, okay, the book for it, and then I will bring the book, and then I will like be ahead, almost ahead of the teacher. Before he get to the next topic, I'm already there. Yeah, sometimes in some of the classes, I tend to become a TA, yeah, in some of the classes in the university. Okay, but I was there, I was doing my study, and then at the end of the semester, after you get through taking tests and thing, and then time to go and get your report card to look to get your report card, I will look at my report card and then I will see like sometimes I will see only like 2 grades on my report card, 2 or 3 grades on my report card. Then the rest of it will be ah. But those were tests that I took. Those were classes that I sat in. So I would be like, how come? Why I have I was the incomplete? Why? So I will be crying. Why? Why the teacher gave me I took this test. I passed. Why I get I in the test for what? I will be crying on campus when I go to get my grade sheet. Yeah, I will be crying. So I was like, So that first semester passed. I had to repeat the course over. Then I would do carry on, put it in again for the next semester. So the next semester, I will go to school. I will. At that time, I was working at the same time going to school. So when I go to school, I do my school work. From there, I leave campus and go to work. When it's time to take tests, I do my test and I leave campus. Even when I'm part of a group, and then sometimes I'm head for the group, I will do the group work. Don't try to be head of the group in LU because you alone will do all the work. Yeah. So they will just come to put their name on the paper. So sometimes I will do the group work and then we will come with it. Or even if I'm not part of the group, I will do my part and bring and give it to the person that is the head of the group to add it to whatsoever they have as part of my contribution. So then after test and thing, I will go. I remember there was one time we did a group work in school, and then there was this guy who was the head of the group, but I did my contribution and then I gave it to him so that when time for presentation, he can compile every other ones that he had from other or what they did, they put together so that we can do the presentation. So that day I got on campus, it was the day that we're presenting. When I got on the campus, my work that I did, that what they were using to present for the presentation. So I'm like, I went to the guy, where's my work? And then they're trying to take my own work. I said, but this is my work. What the work that you guys did? I thought you were supposed to add up, everybody bring their own contribution. We put it together and then found one, conclusion on everything so that we can be able to present it. Why my work, your photocopy it and going all around like this? So I got so mad, I had to take one of the paper from one of the other guy and told her, I said, you see this? This is my work. So don't take it from me. This is my work. I got a right to take it from you. I did this work. You can take it and say that's your work. This is my work. Yeah. And I tell you, that work that I did time for a presentation, they lined every one of us up in front of the class. I didn't have to look at the paper. Other than had the paper in their hand, but because I did the work, so I knew what I did. And I did my presentation. I did it good. So I'm saying this to tell you some of my experience in the university. So when it comes to getting grade sheet time, I will see incomplete. I always I receive incomplete on my grade sheet for like 2-3 semesters. So there was this day, one of my friends came to me. She said, oh, yeah, so you don't know what goes on here? I said, what do you mean? She said, who told you that thing you can do by the time you can back, as soon you finish, you running, you going, you think that what we can do here? I said, what you mean? She said, when you come here, you take your test. You don't just go. You have to go to see the people. I said, but when I take my test, I know I pass. I get my paper, I pass. Why should I go and see people for my test? She said, that's what happened here. So if you can't go and see anybody, go to see the teacher when you take test or the TA when you take test, then I'm sorry, you will always receive incomplete. I was like, I cry. Sometimes when you go to the teacher, they will not want to give you grade because they were like, you were supposed to come and see them long time. So I always used to have carry-ons. But when my friend told me that, from that day, I said, oh, so that's what they do here. She said, yes, that what can happen. I said, okay. So from that day, whenever I take tests, whether my paper come to me, I pass or I'm pass, I will go to meet the teacher. And when you go and meet the teacher, you know what I mean. I will go and meet the teacher. I will make sure I meet every teacher that teach me for that semester before grade sheet can come out. And when I do that, when my grade sheet come out, everything is full. I will have all my grades full. I can be like, wow. So this is it. And that's what I did till my year ended at the university. But I tell you guys, in doing this, if you are somebody who just go to the university to just see the teacher and to just graduate and comes out, you won't learn anything. With all that I had to go and see the teacher to make sure that my grade is confirmed before I can leave the campus after test, that it didn't stop me from studying. It didn't stop me from learning what I wanted to learn, because I'm like, I come here to learn, so I must learn. I shouldn't mind, even if they say I have to go to see the teacher to take my test after my test, but still the thing I come to do here, I want to learn something from here. That's why I'm here for. If that to just see teacher and just give to them, then that way I won't learn anything. But yes, I can go and see them, but at the same time, I want to learn something, because even if I learn something and I don't go to see them, I will not be able to graduate from this school. I will still learn here. So as that's why you see they say, oh, some people can just pass through the university, because this is the thing that I used. I don't know if it still goes on there, but that's what was happening during my time at the University of Liberia. I don't know about other people's time, but when I was there, that was what was happening. And so that's why you see some people graduate from the university, they don't know anything. They don't even know how to express themselves. They don't even know how to present anything or to even talk. They don't know anything, yet and still they have the degree, and they still they graduate from university. They can't even sit to pass interview. Lots of people graduate from the university. They are still out there looking for a job. Sometimes you will have somebody to say, okay, get in, you find them job, but you are not the one to make them to do their work. They're supposed to do their work, and if they can't do it themselves, that's how some people are not able to get job, or some people get fired at job easily, because they just passed through. They didn't learn anything at the university. But yet and still, with all that way that I had to go and see the teacher in their offices after test, I still learn something, because I knew what I was there for. Many days I cried at that university. I remember one other teacher, I was his TA. I used to bring books for that teacher. I used to bring books that he would use to write his topic for that period. Yet and still, I failed under that teacher. He gave me an R, because I did not go to see him after I did the test. But guys, that's what happens at the University of Liberia. I graduated from there 2009, December 16. And those are the things I passed through. I stayed in the university how many years? Should I say 4 or 5 years? I still there, because I was working at the same time going to school, and I had to carry on some courses for 2 or 3 semesters, because I never knew from the outskirts what they used to do, the how it was at the university when I got there. I'm not saying it happened at other university, because I was at AME University and I didn't have to do that. I remember the first time I went to AME University, I got a very good grade and I got a very good GPA at the AME University. My first semester, my first grade sheet, I remember I did not go to see any teacher. But when I got to the University of Liberia, I had to see teacher after 2, 3 semesters. After I got I mean, my grade sheet will come, you will only see only 2 grades, only the other rest will just have and I used to cry. I cry. And so I learned their ways. At the same time, learning their ways, I still knew what I went there for, and then I had it in mind, and so I was able to learn something from the University of Liberia. I did not just pass through it, but I learned something, and I'm proud of myself that I know, yes, my degree I got, I learned something from it. I did not just got it. So, my beautiful people, so if you are out there in the university, yes, some of these things happen. I don't know if it's still happening now, but don't just depend on that. Learn something for yourself for your tomorrow when you get out there. Sometimes you might want to be your own person, do your own business, start your own thing. It's not everybody that like the white collar job, but when you learn something from there, you will be able to handle your own affairs. That nobody will cheat you, nobody will crook you, nobody will fool you. You'll be able to know what you are doing when you get out there in the society. So, my beautiful people, I hope I make sense today. Okay, this is my experience from the university, and I also talk about some of the important things when you go to the university, the importance of university. Yes, I would say at the end of my topic that going to the university is what is being. It is the only way to be successful. There are other alternatives to being successful. But if you decide to go to a university, go with your mind, your focus, your determination, your whole self in the university, and you will come out well with a good knowledge and with something to be proud of yourself of, that those years that you spend there will not be wasted. So guys, thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for listening to me today. And thank you for watching my video. This is all I have for you today. Stay tuned and always be there to watch your girl. I love you guys. Stay safe. And I'll see you till I see you again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.